So here's the question. Can we actually get good reading done? Can we read well in just 10 minutes a day? Well, I had a friend ask me that. We were at the gym a few days ago, and he said, I want to get back into reading, but I don't know how to do that. I've only got these 10-minute slots. And I was walking to class today. I'm getting a degree in philosophy. A ton of fun. But I came across this really cool bench, and I've got 10 minutes before class. And so I can either move quickly to class and sit there, or I can take 10 minutes on a bench, open up The Myth of Sisyphus by Albert Camus, and enjoy it. I think if we're open to the idea that we have 10 minutes and we're just looking out for them, we can absolutely get some good reading done. So I carry this bag with me almost everywhere I go, and it's got my book in it. I always have a book with me, and I always have my reading kit with me. My reading kit has my highlighters and pens and a few other things, which really help. So when you find a bench, that way I'm not as tempted to pull out my phone because I have everything I need. Do you guys remember that scene in Jurassic Park where they are trying to figure out how the dinosaurs came to be? And I can't remember if it's Jeff Goldblum's character or the Dr. Allen guy. I think his name was Dr. Allen. Anyway, he says that life finds a way. I feel like reading is kind of similar to that. I'm just leaving my class, again, getting a degree in philosophy right now. I don't have time to get a full degree in philosophy, but I made the decision to take a class or two each semester. And it's weird because even though I have a full-time job and a family and I'm starting a bookstore and a podcast, when you want to do something and you sort of put it in your schedule, it seems like life sort of finds a way. And somehow I've been able to find a way to go to class and get my degree. So reading is the same. If you value reading and you want it to be a part of your life, if you carry a book with you, life will find a way. You will actually find time to read more. You just have to think about it. So here's a question. Would you read more if you didn't have your phone with you? Obviously you would. People used to read way more than they do now because they didn't have phones and they carried these things with them called books. And the challenge I have for you is, what if for just one day you left your phone at home? I know that sounds like a terrible idea, but if you were just to leave your phone at home and carry a book with you, would you turn to that book in those little spaces of time, in those 10-minute increments, open the pages and actually read? I was just thinking 10 minutes a day actually gets you through some really good literature over the course of time, depending on how fast you read. I mean, if you're reading Stephen King, which I love Stephen King, you might read 10 pages in 10 minutes. But if you're reading, The Myth of Sisyphus by Albert Camus, you might read a sentence in that 10 minutes and try to figure it out. Either way, those sentences add up, and over the course of a year, you might read a couple books. And that's something to be said, right? It's much better than saying, well, over the course of the year, I looked at Instagram a lot and don't have a whole lot of growth from that. Okay, guys, this is where I work right now. This is the current Edgewater Bookstore and the place where I do the Read Well podcast, hosting and all of that. I'm moving away from here, and because I'm moving, I'm buying a bookstore, as you know. I'm buying an old building built in 1933, and it will be a bookstore. Here's the problem, though. The government just shut down, and the way that I'm funding this loan is through an SBA loan, SBA meaning the Small Business Administration. Awesome. That just means that although I'm under contract and everything's going fine to get this building, it might be pushed out a little bit, but I'll keep you updated. We'll get there. I get to spend the rest of the afternoon shipping out all of your gifts for helping me on Kickstarter so that I could open up a bookstore. So I have lots and lots of packages back here. This is my shipping station back here, but this is sort of where I make books and what have you, and notebooks and all of the things. It's a lot of fun. Let's end today's video on where we started, which was, can you make significant progress on your reading with just 10 minutes a day? And I think that you can. If you bring your book with you everywhere you go rather than your phone, I know this is a tired tip, but it really is something that makes a big difference. I did a challenge a while ago in my community asking everybody to bring a book with them everywhere they went for 7 days, no excuses. And it was funny because people said, well, I always bring a book with me everywhere. And I said, no, everywhere, into the bathroom, everywhere. And so people took it seriously. And it was fun to see their responses. Pretty much, I thought I had a book with me at all times. I really didn't. Now I do. And it forced us to read more because instead of having our phone as an easy escape, we thought, you know what, I'm going to read just a couple pages of Leo Tolstoy and try to escape for a minute. Now, the argument here might be, I don't want to read a great book if I'm standing in line because I won't fully understand it. I'll miss parts of it. Look, that's better than not reading it at all, right? At least you're opening the book and getting into it. And if you find it's engaging and you want to learn more from it, when you get home, you'll open it up and you might have to reread the section, but at least you were in it. Okay, that's better than being on Instagram. So I hope you got something out of this week's video. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. And until next week, as always, remember to read slowly, take notes, and apply the ideas. I'll see you guys next time.